Hello, I hope you can hear me here well. And we are going to start very soon. If you are joining us now, please let us know in the comments from what part of the world you are joining us now today. That would be awesome. Let us know where you are in the world. And then in a few minutes, we are starting, and I will share with you some project that I've been working on for actually a long time. I've had this in my mind, and I'm happy to share this with you here today. But yeah, let us know in comments where you are in the world right now. That would be awesome. We are basically starting at 7 p.m. That's in Berlin time. Yeah, would be great to see you. First of all, yeah, hello Lynn from Bulgaria. And from Rome, from Barcelona. Nice, you're joining us from different places here. Let us know where you are right now in the comments. Great to see you here, Henrik, Francesco. Great to see you here from Rome. Ash from Toronto, that's awesome. Yeah, let us know where you are. From Nigeria, that's great too. Chukwudi, nice to meet you here. And yeah, leave a comment, and we're starting now very, very soon. Great. Are you guys nomads already? If you are nomads already, you've been traveling or you have a remote job, let us know this as well, maybe in comments. Would be great to know a little bit where you are with this. From Finland, great to meet you. Sam. Thailand. Awesome. We have a really, really international group here. That's amazing. That's awesome to see so many people from so many places around the world. Let me know. Medellin, great. Another amazing city that is actually going to be part of this presentation here today as well. Hello, LD. And where else? Where else are you from? Do we have anyone from Denmark, from Norway, Germany? That would be great. Let us know. So, Italy. Ah, okay. At the Nomad Fest, that was cool. Yeah, I was in Bulgaria before I came here. From Brazil, that's cool. And from Germany as well. So it's a very, so far I've seen pretty much only new, all countries were like new ones. Already Nomad, okay, great. From India, nice. Santa Marta, Colombia, beautiful city as well. Okay, and from Mallorca, I used to live there as well, yeah. Nice, Oliver, I think from Mallorca, right? Yeah, so we still have a little bit more time. From Osnabrück. Hi, Mark. I'm actually in Bielefeld, so that's not too far from you. And from Russia, Maxim. Nice to see you here again. Yeah. Hey, Camilo. Good to see you here. And from Bansko. Hey, hello, Grace. It's great that you're joining us here today as well. From Rio, from Peru, yeah, and in Germany, nice, that's great. And Marcus from Bavaria, it's good to see you here as well. So we are slowly starting here for this presentation today. Let me know if you are already a nomad. Just write, I'm a nomad or something. That would be great. Just to get a little bit of an idea. And Henrietta from Hungary, Budapest. Yeah. Oh, Anna and Grace know each other. That's cool as well. I'm going near Bielefeld as well. Okay. But living in Barcelona. Okay. So it's a very international group here. That's great. And yeah, so we are and one more from Bansko. So a lot of people from Bansko and from the Black Forest. Okay, that's cool. That's great. And Christelle, great to see you again from Mexico. That's cool. Okay. We'll give this one more minute and then we're going to start. Then I will tell you a little bit about this Nomadbase PRO, what we're starting here. So just a little bit, just waiting for a few more people here to arrive. I look a little bit different than on the pictures. Actually, I need to change that very soon, but it's a little bit hard, to change the things, the face that people are familiar with. But I got a little haircut here as well. So in case you were wondering about this. Okay, 75% Nomad, Marcus, and in private, 100% in business. Great, awesome, Marcus. That's good to see. Okay, so I will just start now. There's more and more people joining us, but you've been waiting here some time. So let's not wait for this any longer. And Oliver, nomadic, homeless, and happy in Europe for the summer. Okay, that's great. All right, guys, I'm going to start this now. I will go back here into my smaller screen, and I'm going to share with you something that might be interesting, especially for those of you who are either already nomads or you have a remote job and you just want to travel like 2 or 3 months per year, especially those people who have their own business and need some more ways to collaborate. And what I'm going to share with you today here is basically, I will tell you about an idea that I've already had over 5 years ago. And then I started some other projects in between. And but now some things changed, and I'm happy to launch this and to start and to share this with you. So what we are doing today is we're starting the world's first business and travel club for digital nomads. Okay, so I will tell you a little bit how this is going to work, how this will make the life a lot easier, especially for nomads who want to connect faster in new destinations, who want to build friendships that last, right? You can save a lot of money by joining this club as well. And so I will share in detail with you how this club is going to work. I'm super excited to show you this today, and a little bit of a preview. I will first share my story with you. Some of you might know this. Some might know me from Nomad Cruise. Some might know me from different projects. There was like an ebook I launched a long time ago. We organized the Nomad Entrepreneurs Summit. So these were all different projects. I'll quickly share my story, and then I will talk about a challenge that pretty much all nomads or people who work remotely and travel a lot, that all of us have, how we can fix this problem, and then how this club comes into play, right? So feel free to ask some questions if you see anything, right? If there's anything that you see that you're a little bit unsure about, I will go back into these questions a little bit later. So feel free to use this. Feel free to just use the chat and talk to each other. So whatever you'd like to do, right? Actually, if you're a nomad already, it would be really, really nice if you just share also just quickly in the chat what type of work you do, right? Like, do you run your own business, or what type of work do you do? That would be great as well. So, but let me start now with this presentation. Okay, so quickly, my story. I will just share the most relevant things with you. I could talk here for 3 hours, right? But just the key things. So actually, I've been a nomad already since over 10 years. Of course, I didn't work on the beach, but this shows a lot basically where I was in this life. I was traveling here in Sri Lanka. And as you can imagine, 10 years ago, it was very, very hard to meet even other nomads, right? So I started to take these pictures and put them on social media just to show people how amazing this lifestyle is. And that's actually how I've built my business with just posting these pictures. Of course, I didn't work like this, but as you can see as well, I was very alone, right? There wasn't anyone who was doing this with me, okay? So But I love this lifestyle, and I started 10 years ago. I didn't know, had never heard the word digital nomad. I had an e-commerce business that was running nicely. Before that, I started as a virtual assistant, actually. And yeah, but I had this possibility, and I always loved to go travel. So I was, I was doing this. And there was another thing that I really loved, and that was kite surfing, right? So this motivation to go kite surfing to many places, that really kept me going around the world and discover a lot of places. I've almost been to 100 countries by now. But again, I make friends, I lose friends, I make friends again. You meet every time you go somewhere. It's hard to connect, and it's hard to, to meet again. And so I wanted to meet more nomads who same mission, and also wanted to work and not just travel. And so I started a Facebook group, and I started to organize meetups. And the first meetup looked like this, right? So there was one guy who showed up, Zoltan. If you're here, say hello. But I wanted to meet more nomads, and so basically I started to, and I started the first Facebook group for digital nomads. And one day I learned about a cruise, and I thought, it would be so amazing if we can all jump on a cruise ship together, like these people from this Facebook group, and then we arrived together in South America. We escaped the winter together. And I had this idea. I made a post, and 5 months later, we were 100 nomads who ended up on this cruise ship. Okay. And basically this was born, the idea of Nomad Cruise. If you guys heard about it, let me know here, maybe in the comments, or if you've been on Nomad Cruise, maybe you're here as well. So this cruise became quite big, and actually 4 years later, we went with over 500 people across the Atlantic Ocean. And and people from a lot of different countries joined, and we met in many, many places around the world. There were reunions, people, from all over the world were joining this cruise. And basically, over these years, when I started to build up, there were a lot of people who joined these Facebook groups, which were now 65,000 members across this Facebook group, followers on social media. I organized a lot of events, and 10 Nomad Cruises actually in total. People from over 90 countries joined these events, right? And then you probably know what happened, right? So 2 years ago, we actually had a cruise proposed, and we needed to cancel this. And here you can see 3 of the cruise ships that we've been using for Nomad Cruise, right? So from one day to the next, the business that I was working on basically disappeared. And that gave me a lot of time to think. I focused on one other project that I was actually very involved in for the last year. But now the world is opening up again, and I was very keen to organize another cruise. But that's not going to happen anytime soon because it's just way too risky to organize something like this. But there was also something else that I learned on this, on these building communities. And that was that basically we always had amazing communities on these cruises. And after 2 years, the people who were joining, they didn't really come back. They were still traveling, but these communities that we've built, they always fell a little bit apart. And this is also why we are starting this club now today, to build something that is actually, something for us nomads that can keep and continue to run a little bit longer. And so basically when I was thinking about what can I do next, I wanted to start with the challenges and the things that I've experienced as a nomad. Maybe if you're around there, in the comments, just let me know, like, what are some challenges for nomads? It would be cool to hear, like, if there's something that you find, like, this lifestyle is amazing apart from COVID at the moment, but what is something that is like a challenge for you, right? So feel free to leave a comment. Let us know what are some challenges that you experience on this nomad life, okay? I will make this, I will just continue. We always have a little time delay here, so it's a little bit hard when I see your comments. I'm already like 5-10 seconds further. But basically, I was thinking about these challenges, right? And there are 3 things that, from me talking to so many nomads over the last years, 3 challenges that I see again and again. And that is that, yes, Wi-Fi is a challenge for sure, but whenever you go to a new destination, you start from scratch, right? So sometimes you have amazing times. You have amazing times in Rio de Janeiro, and then next day you fly to Costa Rica, and then it's over, right? And then you need to start and build these things again. Wi-Fi is certainly a challenge, but yeah, in many places, you know, when you're traveling and when you want to see the world and when you get a little bit off the popular nomad hotspots, this is often a thing that you're starting by yourself, and you need to, you know, make your new friends again, right? And another big challenge is also building meaningful relationships, right? So let's say you go to Bali and you meet 500 people there, or 50 people. Very many times, you know, the network of your nomads, it always changes wherever you go to different places. You never really build up a solid network of nomads, and every nomad has got 100 different friends, but they're not some part of community. They're not working together. There's no collaboration or anything between these people. And so this brings me to the next challenge, which is actually growing a business, right? Growing a business is hard if the Wi-Fi is not working, right? But growing a business is also really, really hard if you don't really have these solid contacts, and you don't really know, you know, who to ask for Facebook ads, who to ask for design or whatsoever. Like even this, what we're doing here today, I didn't do all these presentations or any design by myself. So it's very, very hard to grow a business at the same time, right? And so basically loneliness, meaningful relationships, and growing a business, these are really big challenges in the nomad life. You know, the longer you are the nomad, you have like hundreds of friends, but you don't really see people again. And what I've experienced, usually the best times of my travels were that I already knew, and we would meet in some beautiful place and you know, experience this together. And so I thought a lot about like, you know, how can we fix these things? And basically fixing these main challenges is we need to make it easier for nomads to connect, right? When we get to a new destination, we need to make it easier to meet again, right? Because meaningful relationships are not something that you're building just by spending 2 months together in Playa del Carmen, right? Meaningful relationships are something when you build trust and you build collaboration over time, right? So we need to make it easier to meet again. And the last big challenge is, in order to, you know, grow faster, the internet, like things are different every single day. There's no way that you can keep up with this by yourself, right? So if we improve the collaboration and the learning between the nomads, that is also a great way to do this. And basically, we can do these things by starting a club. And I will explain you now how this works, right? By starting a club where we meet a few times around the world, like a few times per year in different places, beautiful places around the world, where maybe we can plug into popular places a little bit easier, and where we also keep in touch and improve the collaboration throughout the year. And I will explain you this now, what I have in mind there and what we're starting now. So the whole idea of this club is to make it easier, you know, to connect, to experience the world together, to really create meaningful relationships with people, cool community, and also to grow, right? To grow your business, to also do this at the same time. 3 things that are really, really hard to do when you're traveling the world. And the way how this is going to work is that we are starting Nomadbase. It's called Nomadbase PRO. Just as a little side explanation, I started this Facebook group, which we now started to call Nomadbase, right? So this is a free Facebook group that is for everyone, that will always be free. That is where you can and all advice, and there's always some people who can help you there, right? But we're starting also Nomadbase PRO. So Nomadbase PRO, the idea is really, to take these connections to a new level, right? A new way of collaboration, or what's so in that sense. And how this is going to work is that we will organize live events around the world. We are starting a Nomad Academy where we have a lot of people who have different skills to share, where we can with each other faster. And we're going to set up chapters in really beautiful destinations. I have an amazing network, for example, in beautiful places around the world that are not even known. Well, there's not even a nomad community, but they are great to experience, right? And you can plug in there, or you can meet some people in Bali who are part of this club, right? So that we can meet again, that it's easier for us to stay connected, right? And now I'm going to talk about these live events, this academy, and these chapters. And I hope that you really like what we're talking about here now. Okay, so first of all, we're starting an academy, right? Maybe some of you have joined the Nomad Entrepreneur Summit. It's an event that we organized 2 months ago already. Let me know if you've been there in the comments. That would be great. So basically, we had invited a lot of really, really great speakers there, but that was just a few. Thing is that a lot of us are actually facing the same challenges, right? We need to find leads. We need to build processes for our company. We need to learn how to grow a team. Maybe we need to hire some people who are also nomads, right? There's a lot of things, building websites without code, or there are a lot of challenges that a lot of the nomads have. And there's a lot of nomads who know how to solve this challenge, right? And there's, for example, with project management, I have had, it took me a very, very long time to figure this out. And I wish there would have been someone who would have done a little workshop and explained to me, this is how you start a project like Nomad Cruise or whatsoever. This is how. So in total, there's a lot of challenges, and we just want to help each other to grow faster, especially if you're an entrepreneur, to overcome these challenges. And the way how we're doing is we are basically finding members inside the community who have great skills to share, who would like to share something, who would like to, do this. And we're going to have challenges where we're building sales funnels whatsoever. And we're going to have monthly masterminds, which is probably the most valuable thing, right? Because we're going to meet online, and we're going to discuss, where we can help each other. And I'll just give you a quick overview here. So basically, some of us are freelancers, some solopreneurs. We have digital CEOs. We're going to have some investors also inside this community. And so challenges, and we're going to build a really cool program that will help us to move a lot faster together. To give you just a little overview over the speakers and people who were inside the community here, really amazing YouTubers, online course creators, people who are helping with remote work. And I'm not going to go too much into detail here, but it's an amazing community and amazing speakers. So together we can create cool. But just an online program, that is not, of course, just what we need. What we can do as well is we can build we actually already have set up this member skill directory, right, where you can basically find people who have the skills that you're looking for, a marketplace, and also something just to stay in touch every few months. So the whole idea of this academy is basically help us to keep in touch and help us to grow and do this for the nomads. But that's the learning part, right? So we can also talk a little bit about the fun parts of this club. And basically, we are organizing Nomadbase live events. They're called NBL, and then NBL Costa Rica or wherever. And we're going to organize these events are like 1 week experiences, right? I've told you that I've organized the Nomad Cruise. And basically, we're doing similar things like we did on the Nomad Cruise, but we're just doing it on land, right? So we are putting together a little conference, some adventures, some parties. There's an optional co-living. You can stay where you want, but you can also team up together. It's just a 1 week experience that we create in different, really, really beautiful, amazing places around the world, right? And if you just joined the club a few months before, basically what you can do is that you that there's like a new member orientation, right? So it's much easier for you to learn about this, to get to know everyone and to plug in there. And what we've learned on Nomad Cruise also over the last years is that people like to stay longer, right? So you can stay as long as you like. If we organize something in Zanzibar, for example, then you can either join for this 1 week experience, or we can say like, okay, let's just stay there as long as we want. Part of this Nomad also, there's going to be a little fee for these events, which is something actually special that I will talk about a little bit later when we are going to go into the details of this club. And so you can, there are some free events like the conference, or who are part of this normal ticket, and then some paid events, which could be like wine tours or quad biking or whatsoever. And sometimes members just show up, and this is the beauty, for example, that we have on the Nomad Cruise as well, is that people just show up and say like, hey, I want to teach everyone acro yoga, or I'm going to organize yoga sessions in the morning, or whatever skill it is. So it's just goes way beyond just learning. It just goes towards bringing our actually 3 times per year. We'll tell you now how this is going to work, and make it very easy for us to meet again, right? To meet again, to connect. We're meeting online, but we're also meeting offline in beautiful places. Saying here, we are all aware of COVID, right? So the thing is that we, of course, when we organize events, we need to apply, we need to keep this in mind with restrictions. We can go with 200 people to one place. You can only organize, an event for 50, 60 people. Then sometimes we need to split up groups a little bit. But this is going to be hopefully in the past very soon as well. And so here just some more pictures of things that we've done in the past with our community. Actually, all the pictures you can see here, except for some chapters later, these are all pictures, where you see the people from our events, from the things that we've organized in the past, right? So you might be thinking, okay, so when are these events going to happen, and where can I join? How can I be part of these events? So the first thing is that we're going to have our first event actually already in October for members. And the first event where we are going to meet is going to be in Cyprus. Okay, so we are meeting in Paphos in Cyprus. It's a beautiful small town, and you have an amazing time there, right? Just like you've seen on the other pictures. Meeting there, we'll have a first reunion of the members of this club, and whoever is able to join is wants to go there is more than welcome to join us there. And but even if you can't make it there, that's no problem. There's still a lot of reasons why you want to join now this club. I will tell you a little bit later about this. So the first event is going to be in Cyprus. Amazing place, and it's also where I have my base, right? And the next one, there are in total every year our plan year, right? If we would just organize one event per year, it would be too little, right? Like we would be completely disconnected. With 3 events, you can join, maybe 2 events, maybe 1 event per year, and it's a great way that you will always a little bit members with other members of the community. We can go basically where you would like to go. If you have some suggestions on where you want to go, then we can do this, right? We can, maybe if you have some ideas, leave a comment quickly where you want to go, where you would like to organize an event, where you would like us to organize an event like this. So, but for example, for now, the future plans is that in January, we are going to meet somewhere in Central America, most probably Mexico or Costa Rica. Then next year in May, we are going to join in. Is the spring. We can pick a nice place in Greece or wherever you like, right? Like we will decide this together, right? And then we will have another event, hopefully if the situation is improving, somewhere in Asia. This could be Bali, this could be Thailand. We've organized reunion, in many different places. Also in Koh Tao, we once went there just before Corona started. We went with almost 100 people to Koh Tao after the cruise, the small diving island. Super special experiences in these different destinations. Okay, so the idea is 3 events per year that we organize for the members of this community, so that we can all stay in touch. We can meet again, and we can kind of build on what we are, building online. And this will keep us connected, and this will also help us to create a lot more meaningful relationships, which I explained to you in the beginning is a huge challenge for nomads, right? So are just things that we can do, for a few weeks per year. So the other thing is that another thing, once we have more members who are joining this community, what we are doing basically is that we are starting chapters, right? So chapters are basically meeting points in places. So these are not events, but maybe we have a great co-living deal somewhere in Egypt for you, or maybe we have it different places around the world. You can decide, right? You can make suggestions when you're joining. You can give us suggestions where you want these places to be. But I'll share some examples with you now, okay? So the idea is that we set up some meeting points so you can feel at home much faster wherever you go when you get to a new place, right? So you're not just, meeting the whole community, but if you say like, okay, I just want to go to Koh Tao, and I know there's a member of this community, and they're organizing sometimes meetups or whatsoever. We will share this in our then you can join there. Just today, we had one guy confirming from Mauritius, La Réunion, actually, who wants to join the club. And, so we have some nice places where we can go. And and so where are we going to set up these chapters? If you know the destination here, feel free to leave a comment inside. Leave it there, right? So, basically the idea is that to set up these chapters in different destinations, and this could also be some nomad capitals like Medellin, right? Oh, Cape Town, Almar, so Cape Town could also be a nice place. I will talk about this now. And then or some remote paradise, right? I've worked with friends in beautiful places completely off the track, right? There's no nomads there, but if we have a cool community of a few hundred members, we can say like, why not go organize something there in Colombia a while ago, just before another cruise, right? We can go to nice, beautiful places where we can go snowboarding together, right? We can set up chapters there. We can set up chapters in beautiful places that could be very suitable for a nice home base like Mallorca, where there's not so much really nomad community going on, but it's just a nice place to live. We could go to places, to go diving, right? We could go somewhere. We just need internet, and we can figure out if the Wi-Fi is working before that, right? Or we could spend time in, like Elma was saying there, in Cape Town, right? So Cape Town, I used to live there for 5 years actually, and it's a beautiful place as well. We just need to wait for the Corona situation, to improve again. But basically, these chapters are meeting places where you can either go and meet members, all year round. We just need enough members in the beginning to make this happen, right? We just need more members so we can go beyond just organizing these live events and just the thing. And we can also go to some nice little adventure towns where we can go and learn surfing or whatsoever, right? So there's a lot of other places apart from the nomad spots that we all know. There's basically 5-6 nomad spots in the world, but there's so many other beautiful places. So the idea of this club is also to take you a little bit off the track and meet your friends in beautiful places and really enjoy these. Me, when I was doing this, in the first years, like I just really love to travel, but I had to meet new people and whatsoever again. And it's just, what we're building here is something that I wish I would have had when I was a nomad, and that I could just connect so easily and whatsoever. So you can be sure that this will be something really, really amazing that we're working on here. Okay. If you have any questions before I will go, how you can join or whatsoever, let me know now if you have some more questions. I'm just going a little bit over your comments. If you have something, like we could do some collaborations with co-livings or whatsoever. If you have any questions, feel free to ask something now. I'm just going a little bit over your is here as well. That's great to see you here. So if you have anything before, any questions, did you understand this? Yeah, we can do it in India as well. We can of course, we can go there. How much? Okay, yeah. So I will talk about this now. I will explain you how all of this is working. Okay, so yes, there's a cost for this membership because we need to pay a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I will explain you exactly how it works now. Okay. So basically, what we're going to do now is we actually have already over 100 members in this club. I've shared this with 2 other communities before, right? So we're already there. We're already kicking things off, but basically now we have already over 100 people who joined, and but now this is what we're doing for the next 6 months, right? So we are like kickstarting our online community and really get this academy going, right? So that we have masterminds, that we have regular meetups and things. And in October, as I said to you, we're going to have our first event in Cyprus, okay? In November, we are going to open our first chapter. And then in December, we're going to open another chapter. So you can decide if you want to have a meeting point. We're in Cape Town, Costa Rica. We can make this happen. And then in January, we're going to have our event in America, and there in probably Central America, and there you can vote whether you want to go to Costa Rica, to Mexico, or wherever you want, right? We can make some suggestions on places, and that's how it's going to work. So what we want are people who really like this idea, right? So to build this, if you like this idea to live in all these different places or whatsoever, that is of course the first thing. And we want people who are giving, people who are not really judging. On the Nomad Cruise, we have people from all walks of life. We have super successful people who are just starting out, who are just starting with their business, and I want to bring these people together, right? I want to create this in a nice way that we can all support each other, right? Because even the super successful people need sometimes a little bit help with work, and this has been the magic of the Nomad Cruise and the other events that I've organized in the past, right? And and of course people who are keen, to participate and to be part of this. And basically, in order to do this, we are, we have a team who's working on this, who is developing this idea further, and we're not making this for free, because actually, if we make things for free, nobody's going to value it. It will just, we can't even pay for this. But basically, the price for this thing to start is going to a month, right? So this will help us to build this amazing community and give you all these benefits of going to these chapters and doing all these things, right? As we are, doing this later, the price for this membership will go up to 50 euros, right? So right now it's just for people who are like, I like this idea, this is amazing, I want to be part of this. And basically it's 20 euros per month, okay? And when we are closing this, right? When we are going to close this official starting deal for this club, basically what we're going to do is then we're going to switch to a yearly rate. So now you can join for 20 euros a month. Later you will have to join for about 250, and then we're going to raise this rate. If you're joining now, the price and what you're getting for this, it will be locked in forever, okay? And as a little bonus, right, we are organizing these conferences, these Nomadbase live events, and we are trying to basically keep the cost very, very low for these events, but we need to charge basically 150 euros for these events to make them happen, to organize this, to fly there. But everyone who is joining now also gets 2 free tickets, right, for these Nomadbase live events. So you're not just getting the best price, but you're also getting 2 free tickets for these Nomadbase live events, where you can then decide to join us in in Cyprus when we're organizing it there, when we're meeting in Costa Rica with the whole crew. And actually, just alone going to these events, if you want to be part of this, you can already save a lot of money, because you can already team up together. You can share your accommodation costs with other people, with other members of this community, right? So that is a bonus just for the people who are starting to do this now, right? The low price that we are not going to change. That will always be just 20 euros. You can save actually a little bit more if you're paying this for a year. You can cancel this anytime. If you say like, oh, these guys, they're not really doing cool work, I don't like this, then you can also cancel this, right? So there's no questions asked or whatsoever, and you get a 30-day money back guarantee, okay? So questions about this, feel free to leave a comment there as well. And basically, this is how it's going to happen now, right? So on the 9th of August, that is today, right? We have the official opening, right? And just in 4 days, we are closing doors, right? This deal will only be available for the next 4 days. So we need to know from you soon whether you'd like to be part of this. And then on next Friday, we're going to have a opening ceremony with all members, right? So you can already meet everyone who's going to be part of this. You can already connect with those people that you're going to meet in Cyprus, or wherever you want to join these events. And on the Monday, we're going to have a little first mastermind session, which is going to help us, to make a lot more progress. As I said already, even if you can't make it to the event in Cyprus, it makes a lot of sense to be joining us already now, basically because of the it makes a lot of sense to already join us now, because you can keep these tickets also for the future, right? These tickets, these 2 free tickets, they are valid for 1 year, right? So you can use them even next year. So they're worth 300 euros, okay? And basically, just as one more for you as a little reminder, right? This club makes your Nomad life, can make your Nomad life, if you participate, a lot better. We can create amazing lifetime experiences together, right? You don't need to always meet a lot of new people. We're building, like a nice community while we are traveling. So that makes it a lot easier to connect, to grow, to support each other. There's a huge value just in the opportunities that are being created from this. You'll have a lot less travel planning if you decide to join some of our events. When you go, when we're going off the track, then you can feel home much faster, right? So you can connect in these new destinations. Eventually, with this network, it's going to be possible to also make more money, right? If we are supporting each other, we always together you go faster, right? You go, you get much further. You get off the track. Not just Nomad Destinations is where we're going to go. It's a global community. As I said to you, with Nomad Cruise, we've had over people from over 90 countries who joined our events, and it's a very beautiful, super nice community. And you can also save a lot of money on travel. Going to some place, we will help you, to just bring down the cost. So in a way, it's a no-brainer. We just need a few more people, a few more net members. who would love to be part of this and for the next days, and then we're gonna raise these prices. So if this is something for you, then it would be awesome to have you part of this. And I hope you enjoyed also this presentation. Basically, so final thing is, if you like this idea, right, like you're a little bit hesitant, you can also just do it to support this community. It's gonna make a huge change, I think, for a lot of people, right? So the final thing is, you probably want to know how you can join this, right? So there's a website where you also find some more information. You just go to nomadbase.com join and you can sign up there, right? All we need to know from you is basically, until Thursday, this deal will be available. Then we're going to close the shop. And then we are going to build more things. We're going to start this academy. We're going to get things rolling. And if you want to be part of this, you get also these free tickets, 2 tickets for these Nomadbase live events worth 300 euros on top. So I think there's really pretty much nothing that you can risk to be part of this. And would be awesome if you're a nomad, if you're running a business, if you want to collaborate, work together, we can build something really, really amazing together. Okay, so so that's awesome. Great to have you on board, Grace. Yeah, so I think it's a game changer. So the thing is that very often, basically the problem is that we meet these people, we make friendships when we are nomads, right? And maybe you're not really realizing this when you start out, but we are making so many different friendships, and we end up just coordinating more where we can meet in different places around the world, right? And this will make it much easier to actually build something very sustainable. I've seen other communities, not nomad communities, who were doing in a way similar things. They don't have just such nice places where they're meeting, but the power and the synergies that you can create by being part of some great communities, it's just amazing, right? So it would be awesome if you like this idea, if you get this, if you're joining us for this. So and then we're basically any more questions, let me know. It's awesome that there's already some people excited about this. And also feel free to ask me any questions, anything that you need. Super cool. We're gonna build something super cool here, and I always reward loyalty and people who are supporting ideas early. So basically, that's why I'm doing this at really a no-brainer deal for everyone. Okay, and again, as I said, you can sign out, you can leave it anytime. Yeah, awesome, guys. Great. See you in Cyprus, Marcos. That would be awesome. That's awesome. And again, even if you can't make it to Cyprus, you're getting 2 tickets worth 300 euros if you're joining. Yes, of course. So you're getting these 2 tickets worth 300 euros if you're joining us now for these events. And basically, of course, there's community website. So we have a membership website actually where you can see all these different where you can see all the different skills that members have. Okay. Yes. Okay. So drop top 46038. So it's 20 euros for a month. This allows us to build something amazing for you, build an amazing community. There's a team of 3 people working on this, right? So we need to pay for people to build this, to get you amazing deals in many amazing places. We are not really working on getting a lot of commissions or whatsoever. So we want to build something amazing for the Nomad community, and we are basically giving this away at cost price just to get this started. And then later we're going to raise the price, because of course we all need to make some money, right, at one day. But for now, it's just like everything that you're paying, this 20 euros a month, goes directly into the thing. And if we're doing these events, if you join the event is 150 euros. Most other conferences are like 300 euros. So we don't really spend a lot of money on marketing. We will grow this with the community, so we can give it away for only 150. And finally, at the same time, yeah, you're getting 2 tickets for free, right? Yeah. No, it's not 790 euros. If you attend all 3 euros, yes, if you would do it. But basically, the first year, it's 220 euros if you stay part of it, because you get 2 free tickets. So you will see that you will save a lot more than 790 euros a year just by being part of this. Okay. The VAT, yeah, well, you can. You need to put in, if you want to put in something about VAT, you need to leave your number, right? Your VAT number there. Okay, guys. I think that's all for today. That's just a little presentation. I'm super excited to see many of you, as I see already in Cyprus. And I can promise you that this will be an amazing thing, right? You know, we know what we're doing. We've organized amazing events already for so many people over the world, and we want to build something amazing for this community. And yeah, we appreciate you being part of this from the very beginning, so you get it at our cost, basically. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast. I hope that I will meet many of you guys soon. And great to see so many of you already joining here, I can see. And yeah, that's awesome. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah, we have a lot more things coming up. Awesome. Zalia is also part of this. Yes. And Marcel, you guys are awesome. It's Sabina. That's great. Amazing people, actually. Yeah. Thank you, Elmar. That's so cool. Yeah, it's great. We're going to build something amazing. This will be really, really cool. It's something that I've been dreaming of for a long time, and I'm super excited and super ready to build this here. Yeah, Michael as well. Awesome. See you guys. Okay. Hope to see many of you in Cyprus. Hope to see many of you in America soon. Hope to build some amazing chapters with you. Hope you like this. And yeah. Thank you so much for sharing this evening, for taking this time. And if you can't make it, that's okay. I wish every one of you a good, awesome evening. Yeah, great. Till, that's awesome. I would see you in Cyprus. We're gonna meet there again. And Deva, awesome as well. From Deva is, I think she's joining us from Brazil, right? Awesome to have you on board, Henrik. That is really cool. You guys are awesome. Okay, thank you guys. That's it. So just remember, just a reminder, yeah, sign up. The earlier the better, but on Thursday we're going to close this, and then we're focused on serving the community, serving the members, and building an amazing project, and would be awesome to have you on board. Okay, have a great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in here. Bye. Cheers.